So, as I was sharing yesterday, part of what I was sharing yesterday is that uh, I travel quite a bit for work. I am usually gone, sometimes a couple days out of the week when I travel, or sometimes the whole week, whatever the case. And I've been fortunate up until this year to travel to places that I don't really mind going, and sometimes would even extend, where I would stay a little bit longer. Oh, but this year I've been assigned to a place that I don't want to be, I don't want to go, I have no interest. Um, and unfortunately, my energy around this specific place is very um blocked off and pretty negative if I gotta keep it a buck, right? And so I was reminded of the power of our own choices and our mindset and the things that we do this morning. So went to CrossFit as I typically do when I'm home. And then on the way out, I kind of give coach a rundown like, hey, I'll be back on this date, I leave on these days, XYZ, right? This is a community, and so like I want them to know, where I'll be and when I'll be coming in. And so I was like, hey coach, I'm going out of town tomorrow. I'm gonna try to make class on Thursday afternoon, and then if not, Friday morning. So he's like, "Oh, okay, nice." And he's like, "Are you vacationing? Are you traveling for work, or what's the deal this time?" And I'm like, "I'm traveling for work." And I was like, "Ooh, it ain't nowhere special or good." And his response was, "Well, make it good." I said, "Now, coach, that's a word." Because and it caused me to reflect on my mindset toward this place and how if I would just choose differently to think about this place in a way that um is not negative, is not um full of dread, because that's how I feel, and some anxiety if I'm honest, right? Because it's a white space, and I am who I am, right? And so I just I don't enjoy it. I don't like going. um and I think the more that I think about it, I've created a space where great things don't really happen to me there. And I know that it's me and my own energy toward it because I travel all the time and amazing things happen to me, right? I meet amazing people. I find really interesting things to do. Most times they find me, you know. And so I know it's a matter of the way that I'm posturing toward this specific location and how I have gotten this momentum, this energetic momentum, right, has built up for this to be an okay at best, poor at worst experience in this place. And what's so funny too is this is a place that I had gone earlier on in my career when I was taking advantage of some of the things in our organization where you can go out and visit specific schools in different locations. And I just remember I was so um intrigued by this place because I it's not a place that I would ever think to go um on my own. And I was like, man, I did this specific thing in this city, and I did that, right? And this, like, I was so amazed by the fact that I had an opportunity to go and do work in this space. And when I did that, I met, I mean, down to like the folks working in the store at the airport. We kikiing. He done gave me his number. We laughing and joking. I met a girl at the diner. Then I met another girl at the airport, and we were talking. She's from Ontario and all this and that. Her number's probably in my phone too. We connected, and I was so open And so this is such a reminder that we genuinely do create our reality, and we have to be very, very mindful and cognizant of the way we've conditioned ourselves to think about something. Um, we have to be careful, right? Because if we fall into that trap and don't ever kind of reverse that energy, then the experiences are going to be the same. So genuinely in real time, because I'm leaving tomorrow, my flight is at like 8:30 in the morning. I am thinking about what are the steps that I need to take to get myself out of this kind of rut of negative momentum, and get into a space where I can enter into traveling to this space with expectancy of great things and having a good time, versus dreading the experience. So, a couple of things come to mind. Earlier today, I was able to connect with one of my teachers in person, and we were talking about um, lots of things. But part of my homework and focus for the next week or so is to get a strong um, meditation practice going, as well as some segment intending, so that I can begin to set intentions for how I want to feel and what I want to be true, in my time in whatever day, right? And so I don't think it's a coincidence. And that's a whole nother video about there not being any coincidences, because they're not. um, I'm really resisting about to go down this rabbit hole about not, no coincidences, but I'm going to pull myself back, and return to what I was saying about I don't think it's a coincidence that the first day of this homework assignment is the morning that I need to be traveling to a place that I haven't had the best experiences because of how I have been orienting to the space, right? So I'm grateful that I will get to do it differently this time, and do some intentional things, because now I'm thinking about what can I do when I'm there to help to um, realign the energy with what I want, which is a fun experience, an enjoyable experience, something that I can walk away and say, "Wow, I met these people. I connected because I'm a big connector. Connected with these folks, and they shared this and this, and I was able to share this, and we built a rapport, and now we're friends, and like all the things. How can I, how can I intentionally set that up for myself, when it comes to my experience tomorrow in this place that, and for the next couple of days that I've typically have not been fond of. So again, no coincidence in that. And also, I'm thinking about what things can I be doing and focusing on when I am there, that will help me to remain in a place of gratitude and exposure and just experience, right? Um, I think that's a big piece too, is the gratitude part. Like I said, when I first went to this place, I was so grateful just for the experience to be able to go to this city that I had never been, probably would never go because it's not like on my list, right? But I was just so grateful to have the experience. And even talking this through is reminding me that there's such power in gratitude. There's such power in choosing, to shift perspectives. There's power in being open to experiences that you may not be typically open to, especially in a place that you may not necessarily be fond of. So, my hope is that I'll be able to come and report back and say, Listen, had a time in this place, okay? Had a time, met new friends, had new experiences. I was able to enjoy my time in this space. So even talking about it now is starting to drum up some different energy and some different feelings as I think about this. And so I want to continue to do that as I prepare. But I just want to double down on this piece that coach said this morning when I told him I had already had my mind made up. This ain't nowhere good. I ain't going nowhere good. And he said, make it good. And so I'm just going to continue to hold on to that, make it good, which means it's a choice. So I'm going to choose to make the most of this experience. So listen, cheers to coach, cheers to making it good, and cheers to being in alignment with positivity and also leaning into my ability to deliberately enjoy life wherever it is. So, yes, great reflections today. Great reflections today. Let's choose to be good.